I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty upset right now. Through my time playing Danny's World, it's become apparent to me that a lot of people do not like the Danny's World community, right? Like, this isn't a secret. A lot of people make videos about it, talk about it, but I never really cared because I liked the game. You guys liked watching it. It was that simple. But my real problem comes in when we're starting to have Danny's World player on Danny's World player crime. When the game's own players are starting to attack each other. This is what made me so upset. This came up on my recommended the other day. And on immediate inspection, I have my thoughts, and that's why it made me angry. But you know what? I'm actually gonna sit here, listen to why he thinks the game's dying, every single reason, and I'll give my thoughts according to his reasoning. So, yeah, let's go. Let's just keep an open mind here.
Dandy's World had a huge growth by the end of 2024.
Yep.
And especially during the Christmas time and January.
I agree.
But after that, it looks like the growth of the player base has plateaued. While the new Easter event kept the game up in the sky again, it didn't feel as big as back in the Christmas event.
It didn't feel as big as it did during the Christmas event. That is an opinion. That's not a fact.
What happened? Well, there are a couple of things going on here. We will take them one by one and then we will check what could happen to the game in the future. Buckle in, since we are gonna go through something you won't see discussed anywhere else at the moment. We are gonna go over 6 reasons. The first one is repetitive gameplay loop. Players criticize Dandy's World for its repetitive mechanics, running flaws, extracting ichor, and avoiding twists.
Let me read that. So, he's showing a screenshot that says, okay, well, Danny's World is immediately off the list. That game doesn't look like it will last very long to have any impact on the internet. That comment has nothing to do with repetitiveness. Okay, what does it say? Danny's World is gotta be the boring survive game. This isn't, this comment isn't even in, grammatically correct.
Ichor and avoiding twisted. The game has a lack of variety, especially compared to other Roblox horror games.
Okay, I'm gonna get triggered. I'm trying not to get mad. Everyone always says, mad, yelling, crazy skeleton. I'm trying to be calm, cool, collected. But can I show you guys something? Just really, really fast. Bear with me for a second. Hey, hi, how you doing? So let's say I'm about to play Danny's World really fast, right? Okay, Danny's World. What's behind Danny's World? What does that say? It says Alpha! Danny's World is in the alpha phase! Alpha is an experimental stage. It's an opportunity to use prototypes to work out what to build. In the alpha stage, you test hypotheses during discovery. So essentially, right now, the developer, Quelver, is discovering the game. And upon many setbacks that she's had so far, I would say the game's doing pretty freaking good. There's like 30 tunes in the game. 30! Okay, sorry. This time, I'm gonna not say anything until the next point.
Tension. The Easter update added new tunes and twisteds, but it didn't overhaul core mechanics, failing to rekindle excitement as the Christmas event did. There have been Reddit threads noting players quitting the game due to same-feeling flaws, with some preferring scarier games like Pillar Chase 2. This sentiment questions the game's staying power. Second reason is toxic.
So the main argument is repetitive behavior. What kind of an argument is that? I do agree that, yeah, it's the same thing happening, but there are going to be more floor variety. There are going to be different floor types besides blackouts. Once again, alpha. It's in the alpha. And what did the Christmas do that was so good that the Easter event didn't? The Easter event literally was just way better than the Christmas event. Here's a little bit of an interesting chart that I found. So let's check out the largest concurrent player base in Roblox over the last 6 months based on what the most popular game is. So through November, after big updates, we'll see things get up to 800,000 players or 500,000 players. But when I head on over to December, we have games having 2 million players consistently. Over 1 million players during what time? Christmas! During Christmas! This isn't a Dandy's World thing. This is a Roblox thing. More people play Roblox when they're on Christmas break. Who would have ever guessed? And guess what? During Easter, Dead Rails peaked with the most players at 1.5 million. To me, it's just a bad argument right now.
Community behavior. The Dandy's World community has a reputation for toxicity, particularly in public servers and Discord. Reddit discussions describe gatekeeping, harassment over tune choices, and so-called toonism, which is called discrimination based on character picks. There's also shipping drama that also alienates players. Toxic interactions do deter new and casual players, and it does shrink the player base. The Dandy's World community can be a mess. And reason 3, it's...
I don't disagree. Yeah, it's fair.
It's not scary enough. Let's be real, Dandy's world is cute horror. Toons like Sprout are adorable and there's no jump scares. It's great for very young players, but for us 13 plus horror fans, it's too soft. Games like Dead Rails, shout out to my other channel by the way, or Pillar Chase 2 are bringing the real scares. Dead Rails has you fighting zombies in a creepy Wild West, and Pillar Chase 2, Baldi is chasing you, and that's a nightmare fuel. If you want chills, you're probably jumping the ship. Reason 4.
Is this an advertisement for Pillar Chase 2? I don't know. It's a point that I've also kind of picked apart in the past, that it's not scary. But at the same time, that's just not who the game's catering to, you know? It's kind of funny, actually. I'm usually the guy attacking Danny's World or saying negative opinions about it. But when as soon as someone else starts saying, look at the way her arm broke. When other people start saying bad things, I just immediately defend Danny's World. So I agree that it's not that scary, but it's not really what it's trying to be. Are you gonna sit here and say Rainbow Friends is scary?
The lore is too thin. The lore has got potential.
Alpha.
There's Dandy's tapes, garden views, creepy backstory, but it's not deep enough. Compared to FNAF Mimic, or any FNAF game, or Poppy Playtime, where fans like me make hour-long theory videos about it, Dandy's world story feels like a teaser. Updates add tunes, not plot twists. I wanna know why Dandy is collecting those tapes, but the game's not giving us enough to chew on. That's a problem when lore nerds like us are begging for more. Reason 5.
Dude, that triggered me. I think, yeah, there quite literally is lore added every single update. This time we got Bassie's lore. We literally have, I think this might just be an uninformed player. There have been literal screenshots of Quell talking about how she's excited to add more lore to the story, or how it's just the beginning. It will happen. I once again reiterate the fact that we are in alpha. As soon as floor variants get added to the game, as long as it's done well, Danny's World's going to climb the charts once again. I'm so confident in that. And also, one other thing that I wanted to point out, his argument was how much lore was inside of Five Nights at Freddy's and how lore nerds like it. Tell me how much lore was in the very first FNAF that came out in 2014. The game has had over a decade for more lore. Oh, Poppy Playtime came out in 2021. This game has had almost 4 full years for lore. Oh, when did Danny's World come out? Not even a year ago. Not even a year ago. How about we take a chill pill, guys?
Too many horror games stealing the spotlight. Roblox Horrors, A Crowded Party. Rainbow Friends, Picky, they are all fighting for your clicks. Dandy's World's art style was unique at first, but now it feels like another mascot horror clone. Newer
mascot horror. I feel like these claims are shallow.
Games like Dead Rails are blowing up, and Doors keeps players hooked with crazy replayability.
Okay, Doors! You're saying, I guarantee you, if I look at the player count right now, Danny's World's gonna be over 100,000. Okay, boom, 105,000. Doors literally only has 13,000 right now. What are you talking? I'm sorry. I told you I was mad. I'm not taking out on this guy. Whenever I'm saying these things, I'm saying it as if it was a bunch of people saying it. I'm not specifically arguing with him. If you're whoever made this video, if you're saying this, don't feel like it's a personal attack, because I don't think you actually feel that way. I think you're just saying what also you think the mass is saying. But it's a very small part of the community. Let me be honest.
It has been discussed that Dandy's World won't last long. When every other game's dropping bangers, it's hard to stand out. And final reason 6. Updates are not hitting hard enough. Unscrunch Studio is trying, but their small team can't keep up. The Christmas event was huge, new content, big vibes. Easter, kinda, yeah, it's okay, but you know, new tunes are cool, but we need some game changers, not just cosmetics. Plus, some old drama with the devs left a bad taste. So,
I agree, but why are we bringing it up now? Like, it's water under the bridge. It's water under the bridge. It's been taken care of.
Is Dandy's World doomed?
No.
What's next for Dandy's World? Well, Dandy's World is not doomed yet, but it's at crossroads. Here's what could save it, or sink it. First, the devs need to spice up gameplay. Add new game modes, like a boss fight or puzzle floors, to keep things fresh. Doors does this with Blackout events and it works. Second, they got a crack down on toxicity. Some kind of solo mode could help. And third, lean into the lore. Give us a big story update. Maybe a Dandy boss fight or a Garden View flashback.
Oh, I never even thought of a Dandy boss fight. Oh my god. Oh my, imagine you have to like do specific, oh, that could be cool.
It would get me hyped for theory videos, and please drop updates faster. If Dead Rails can...
Dude, drop update. I mean, I agree, especially as a content creator. Of course I want updates faster, but you know, you get what you get.
Keep players hooked, so can Dandy's World. On the flip side, if nothing changes, it's rough. Villar Chase 2 and Dead Rails are eating Dandy's World's lunch, and players might ditch it for good. The game is still in alpha, so there's some hope, but the clock's ticking.
That was such a minor detail he threw in there. Like, oh yeah, it's also in its alpha. Yeah, that's like a big deal.
I'm rooting for it because those tunes are my content, so it's within my interest to also keep the game alive. Alright, let's take a step back and let's get real for a second. Dandy's World is not the first horror game to hit the wall.
Okay, I think I'm over this video. Dandy's World's not doomed. Dandy's World's not dying. Dandy's World just hasn't had an update since the Easter update, which was over 3 weeks ago. I'm no mathematician, but I'm someone that could very swiftly deduce and know that updates drive players and curiosity and keep them coming back. And yes, as a creator, it then means more people are going to be watching your content. Trust me, I've been feeling that. People are definitely watching it less, but that doesn't mean the game's dying. Just because my feelings are hurt or how much people are watching my videos is affected doesn't inherently mean that the game is dying or it is doomed. I don't think that video is blown out of proportion, but that's just my personal thoughts. And I would be excited to hear yours down below. Do you think Dandy's World is dying? Thank you guys for watching. Maybe more Forsaken soon, potentially? I don't know. Later.